Morning. Monday we had my daughter Shauna was in town and she wanted to, my birthday is coming up on April 12th and I'll be 70 years old, so we met here on Monday. This was last Monday, right?
Yeah, it was.
Jeez, I keep thinking it must have been 2 or 3 weeks ago because so much happens. That Sunday after we left church, we went to Kiva's house and my mom was there and Blake's mom and dad and his aunt, and we celebrated birthdays because it's Charlie's birthday is April 2nd, Claire's birthday is April 10th, Blake's birthday is April 11th, Chloe's and my birthday is April 12th, and even my brother Steve's birthday is April 14th. And Mamu's birthday is April 19th. Keep that in mind, it's coming. But at my birthday party, I stood up, even though my mom was there on Monday. On Monday, 3 of the gamers, people that we played board games with, Charles and Chris. Chris is a young man. I guess he's in his early 30s, and he just had a boy and a girl, and then also David Sinotis. My mom knows him well because he's Greek, and his grandfather and my grandfather came over from Greece in 1914 at the same time. Anyway, I announced and I explained that in honor of my 70th birthday, I put together a booklet. And this booklet I called God, Eternal Life, and Conscience. And the purpose of this booklet, it says, a very special speech by Reverend Sun Myung Moon, my gift to you on my 70th birthday. So when people start to get up there in the years, they reflect back on their lives. It's interesting, you said the pursuit of happiness and seniors are the happiest. I think one reason is because we know we won't have to put up with this stuff much longer. No, that's a very negative way to look at it. It's probably half true. But anyway, I've thought a lot about my life, and I wanted to do something, put something, a way of witnessing. We're told, we should witness. My way of witnessing is very direct and very clear. And so what I did is I put together this booklet, and the first part of this booklet, why did I print copies of this speech for you to read and study? And then I wrote several pages about my own life growing up in this area and how I eventually had a profound spiritual, anyway, if you want to get a copy, had some pictures of myself and Sharon when we were matched. This is the day we were matched, 1979. And then this is our wedding. You see, that's us there, right there in the top right corner. Yeah. And then Father's speech. This specific speech is the one that I believe is, if I was going to pick out any speech I've read in the last 50 years or heard Father give, and I wanted to give it to someone who might not really be completely aware of, what Reverend Moon did or anything like that, I think this is the one speech. It's called God's Homeland and the Peace Kingdom are built on the foundation of the realm of his liberation and release. Address on the 50th anniversary of the founding of HSA-UWC, May 1st, 2004. So my only reason for putting this booklet together is to hopefully create something that I can present to people, and when they pick it up, and what's this? Who's this guy, John Pace? And then they read it, and then maybe they'll read the speech. And if they read the speech, then they will know who True Father is. And not just that, but I love this speech because it's not really religious. It's not all, it mentions Adam and Eve frequently as the first ancestors, and if they hadn't fallen, and if we were born in a world with parents that really loved us, then we would become people of love. And Father explains very clearly about the universe being billions of light years and how God is without form, and God wanted to have a form, and that we live through 3 stages. He explains in detail, about our time in the womb, our time on earth, and that we're destined to live eternally in the spirit world. So I want to make this available to any of you. You're my brothers and sisters, and this is something that I'm going to give to people. I have to send copies to all of the members of my family. And my mother got this, while we were here on Monday night, my mother got the book. I said, I know, Mom, you're probably not going to like the second part, but at least you can read the first part. And she picked it up and looked at it. She looked me right in the eye. She said, oh, I'm going to hate this, but I'm going to read it. And the truth is the truth. And the one thing that I think, that we're really lacking in, unfortunately, is people have become afraid, or they just don't share the truth. I know the truth about my own life. Nobody can argue with me about my own life and what I've experienced, so I can share about my life. This is what I saw. This is what I experienced. And it's a step up to read a speech by Father and to be able to understand, is he telling the truth or not? When I first met Father, March 6th, 1974, 50 years ago. And I remember I was sitting in the audience, and Neil Salonen introduced Reverend Moon, and he said, and now, Reverend Moon, he's from Korea, and he's going to give us a message about the future of Christianity. And when he was 16 years old, Jesus appeared to him. And I'm sitting in that audience even before Father stood up to speak. And I remember looking at him and thinking, are you telling the truth or are you lying? I said, and I'm looking at Father sitting there, getting ready to stand up. And he has a very confident look on his face, and he doesn't, budge when Neil Salonen says Jesus came to him. And me, I'm sitting there as a born-again Christian, and I'm thinking, and I look and I think, this man, he's either lying or he's telling the truth. Because there is no in-between. There's no in-between. God exists or God doesn't exist. Father's the true parents or he's not. Jesus is going to come again or he isn't. Satan was Lucifer, the archangel that fell, or he wasn't. There's many gray things in our life, but there's certain things that are absolute. There's certain things that are absolute. And Sun Myung Moon is absolute. And the words he taught us and the things he shared with us for all of our lives, that's the truth of God. It's the correct and clear explanation about life, God, good and evil, marriage, family, all of these things. Why do I exist? What's going to happen when I die? Is the spirit world real? That's not a debatable thing. So anyway, I put this together, and it cost me some money. I made 50 copies, but this is how I'm going to witness to people. And this is how I stand up and share. And I'm perfectly happy if people disagree or they think, oh, you're stupid, or oh, that's just ridiculous, or you're just a shill for this guy, and blah, blah. That's fine. Okay, no matter. You have your responsibility. You're responsible for your life. Nobody can take responsibility away from you. That's the one thing I've discovered now. The most precious thing that God preserves and God will not interfere with and God will not take control of is the responsibility he gave you for your life. Now, until you're about 16 or 18 years old, then your parents are a big part of the responsibility of your life. But you're going to reach a point, and all of us are there, we can't, you can't say the devil made me do it. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know Reverend Moon was the Messiah. Nobody ever told me. Yeah, we did. Yeah, you did. You were told. If you had made a little bit more effort and had a little bit more willingness to check it out, then you would have been able to know it was the truth. But that was your responsibility. Your responsibility. So don't blame me. So when I go to the spiritual world, I'm going to have no regrets and no sorrows. And I know Father, when he went to the spirit world, the one thing he was sorry about is that he couldn't save everybody. He wanted to save everybody. But I realize now, Father, it's okay. You did everything you could possibly do. Nobody saves anybody else except themselves. Themselves and God. Only God can save you. Only God can come in and perfect your life. Not Jesus, not Jahan Moon, not Sun Myung Moon, not me, not your neighbor, not your parents. Only God can come into your mind and heart and complete, fulfill, finish, consummate, who you're supposed to be. And that's why we're on this earth. We're here to before we go to the spiritual world and live eternally there, God created us to have this opportunity to perfect ourselves. It's all here. Even one speech. So, if anybody's interested, I'm happy to give you a copy. If nothing else, I made it so it had a really nice picture of my family on the back. So all you have to do, if you don't want to read it or look at it, you can, there's the Pace family there. That's a cute family. That's good enough. Anyway, thank you.